I want a Zippo.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Got a video for you today. Today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 32 replica. I've been using it for a week now. I just wanted to go over some things I like and don't like about it. It's mainly all good. It's a great lighter. It's a piece of Zippo history. If anyone can get one, I suggest you get your hands on one. This is Dylan's. He sent it in to me. He said if he sent me. He's paying for my rose gold. He's paying for the rose gold solution, and he said if he pays for it, all he wanted was me to rose gold plate this lighter for him. So, okay, deal. So he sent me the lighter for when it comes in. Now, the first thing you're going to notice about the 32 replica is you're going to see that these plates are not actually attached to anything. They actually don't do anything. See that? See how they're not? Let me focus. See how they're not attached? See, they don't do anything? I don't know if you can make that out there. I can see it, but it's actually an inside hinge. I'm using the Zippo double torch inside. As you can see, it's just a regular inside hinge. The plates on the outside do nothing except give it the look. I respect that Zippo did that. There is a plastic piece in there to stop the insert from sliding all the way down. Because it is a 32 tall. They are way taller than the Zippos of today. As you can see here, I have it. Oh, I just moved it. I have it lined up. You can see quite a difference. You can see quite the difference of where the hinges line up. Quite a difference in height. That's why the piece is in there. Not a big deal though. I kind of like that it's a little longer. It's pretty cool actually. Any insert fits inside nice and snug. The double jet fits nice. I actually like having the double jet in there. It makes it very functional. So I just keep this on my table. I don't carry it around. It's not my lighter. It is Dylan. So like I does not leave the table. Anyone who watches my live stream sees it's always on that table. Never leaves it. But I wanted to use it for this video. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, big history, 32. First Zippo ever. How they originally used to make these. Oh, I didn't even show the bottom stamp. So the bottom stamp will say Zippo, Bradford, USA. Original 32 replica Zippo. And then the old stamp that would have been there. Patent pending, made in USA. Now how they would do this is they would take tube steel, tube brass. They'd make square tubing and then just solder on the bottoms and solder on the tops. It was just really like a prototype for a lighter. You know, we all know George basically invented the hinge with lid. The lighter was already invented from someone else. It was an Austrian lighter, I believe. I think people say it was the Hurricane. Not too sure. But what I do not like about this is how completely sharp these corners are. An upgraded 32 would be really nice because they did try to upgrade it. They put a modern hinge on it. They put the piece in to use any insert. Like, yes, they did do a good job upgrading it, but these are too sharp. I'm going to show you what I mean by these are too sharp. Like, look at the skin. Just look at the nail files just fall off. It's just, this thing is sharp, man. Like, look at all that. Look at my fingernail. Like that just scratches right off. Like the blade of a knife does it. And look at, I could just see it all falling on the desk here. I don't know if you guys could see that. But look at this pile. It's all finger shavings. It just scrapes so easy. Like I'm not even pushing hard. Like these things are completely sharp. I could see this wearing down my pocket over time and been pulling threads and cutting a hole in my pocket. I've never carried it in my pocket. But now, that's not a big deal. I'm just trying to show you guys that these corners are sharp and it is completely squared off. Has a completely different sound when you open it. You can hear that compared to a regular Zippo. It's because what you're hearing... The difference, what you're hearing, is the completely squared off tubing, right? We were talking about this in the live stream last night. You know, like instruments are are rounded, like a trumpet and saxophone and tuba, they're all rounded. If they were square, they'd make a funny sound, right? And that's how this is compared to a nicely rounded lid of a classic regular Zippo. Like this is these can bottoms here. This has been around since the 50s. That's the classic regular. So expected to have a different sound. The 35 has a different sound. The 41 has a slightly different sound, just because of its flat sides, but it does have the nice round. It's more closer to the classic regular than the 35 or the 32 is. And as far as vintage look, it sounds pretty good. A vintage look sounds pretty regular. They've rounded off all the edges. It's very nice lighter. I like the vintage look. But so that's the 32. That's the ins and outs about this model. There are different models. They had first and second waves of 32. But one thing I just wanted to talk about too is we just had the 90th year anniversary of Zippo, and they came out with their collectible. So in 10 years, Zippo will be coming out with their 100th year anniversary. Guess what lighter was made 100 years ago? 32 replica, Zippo. If anyone from working at Zippo or anyone knows someone at Zippo is watching this video, you better damn well make sure that the 100th year anniversary is a 32 replica. If it is not a 32 replica, the 100th year anniversary Zippo, I will never buy Zippo again. Because that would be the biggest travesty, the biggest mistake ever made if the 100th year anniversary isn't a 32 replica. So I'm also theorizing here that if that's the case and they save it for the 100th year anniversary in 10 years from now in 2032, I don't know why I said 3022. In 2032, if they do the 100 year anniversary, they're probably going to save the 32 replica for that. So we might not see a 32 replica for another decade. I don't know if they're going to be doing a re-release. It doesn't seem like it's been in any of the talks or anything like that, but maybe in the next couple of years they'll re-release one. The first ones were released in the 80s, and then they had a re-release in the 90s. So that's all there is right now. And then the originals, but they're almost impossible to find. But so that's just basically my rundown of the 32 replica. I think it's a great lighter. It's cool. It's tall. Just its corners are a little sharp. I hope when they remake the next one, they round the corners off a little bit maybe. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like holding it in your hand, it feels like you can cut your hand. But I also do have notoriously soft hands, so you can just check the live streams for that. But anyways, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you found this video useful. And if you have anything you'd like to add that I didn't mention about the 32, please comment it below. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert, so fill in the blanks down below. I'll see you in the next one.